Good morning, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess. I'm here to do a Karma Twin Flame Soulmate reading. As I've said in my previous videos, I sort of do this a little bit for myself because I believe I have someone on the way to me too. So I can share the reading with everybody because a lot of us are on a very similar path. If the reading doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. I'm happy for you to move on. I don't take things personally. And it's good to look at other readers as well, and also good to look at your moon, rising or ascendant, whichever you call it, and your Venus card. It's really important to, I don't know if they're telling me that, so I might just take them. I'm using the Thelema Tarot deck. It's brand new too. As I said in an earlier video, I'm just trying some new decks to see what I feel comfortable with. I tend to sort of get stuck in one deck, and at the moment it's the Ciro Marchetti deck. Before that was the Witch's deck. So oh wow, okay, you're very persistent. Now I normally don't read the cards like this, so this will be very interesting to do it this way, because they want to come out this way. So I might put them down. I'll just finish shuffling and get them where I want to be, and then I'll carry on reading. Okay, so it's a time of working on things, and it's from the daily reading. Go back and read the daily reading for August the 24th, because it talks about how much work we're all doing on ourselves at the moment to bring in abundance. It was very, very much a reading about working on ourselves. So I guess, reading that first before you have a look at this one might give you an understanding of what everybody's going through at the moment. It is a general reading, but we all seem to be on this wave of working on who we are. So, all right, let's have a look at this reading. So the first card out of the gate was the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups talks about, looking backward instead of looking forward. And it has a picture of a person who has, the two cups behind them, but isn't concentrating on that. She's sorrowing over the three cups here in the past. Now, this is a past energy, and it is moving away. So I will say to you that I think a lot of people have realised that living in the past isn't what is required. It's certainly it's certainly something we need to do, and that is about concentrating more on the now, like living in the moment rather than looking back or forth. Living in the moment allows us the peace. We don't look forward to, anticipate what's happening and get nervous about the future, but we also don't dwell on what we've done wrong and our prior mistakes and all that. When we live in the now, we allow ourselves to only experience the moment. And for a lot of people, this is very difficult. So for this particular energy, it feels like you're moving out of this, which is really nice. So you're starting to understand that looking, being in the now is really important, and you're letting go of this feeling of being in the past. It could be that you're trying to, you have regrets about the past, and that's okay. It's okay to think about them, but don't live there. And then we have the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups talks about an offer being made that we didn't accept, or we didn't think it was what we wanted. It didn't measure up to what we felt we deserved. So often with the Four of Cups, you see someone sort of turning one cup away in favour of the three they've got there. So often it's something coming in that we don't need at the moment, or we're not really satisfied with what has been given. So it can talk about boredom as well. Okay, and then after that we have the Justice card, and the Justice card does talk about us getting what we deserve, or, in return for what we've put out there. And the Justice card can be the card of Libra, so it could be that you're dealing with someone who's Libran at the moment. But I feel like this is sort of that karmic feel of, now you've put out what you need to put out to get back what you want to get back. That sort of feel. And she's patiently waiting for this now. So I feel like perhaps a lot of you have worked on that patience to understand that in order to bring in what you desire, you have to put in the work as well. And whatever it is, it's on its way. And then we come up with the Seven of Cups. So this feels too like, you have lots of options. It could be about confusion, but it doesn't feel like confusion in this particular reading. It feels more like you have lots of options and you're not real sure which way to go at this time. And I'm not talking about lots of options in lots of men or lots of jobs or lots of women or anything like that. It's more about, what is it I do want? When I look out and I go through what I've been through in the past and what I've knocked back and I haven't taken up, and how I've worked towards this, what is it now that I truly want? Because I'm not really sure what I'm after here. Do I want something back from the past? Do I want to find a new love? Do I want my current partner to ask to marry me? Am I ready for that? But this is the feeling that you're all in at the moment, where you're not really sure 100% what it is you want. And maybe the card is asking us to think about that too, because the universe does have a bit of difficulty manifesting for us if we're not sure about what we want. So that's the Seven of Cups. And then we have the Eight of Cups, which I really like, because in this particular scenario, and don't forget these cards jumped out at me at different times too, and despite the fact there's lots of cups here, which says to me a lot of us have got love on our minds at the moment, the Eight of Cups talks about walking away to find this. So when you think about it as progressive, the Five and the Four of Cups and then the Seven and the Eight, it makes a whole lot of sense now that we've now made the decision on what it is we want, and we're moving forward now to find those two cups, because that's actually what we want. And then in comes the Nine of Cups, which talks about wishes being granted. So it feels to me like a lot of you have understood, you've worked out what it is you want, you've achieved the balance that you've put in there, and now you're off to find that, or that is coming to you. Whichever way round it is, the Nine of Cups is a beautiful card, and it is seen as the wish card, but what it shows is that whatever you desire is on its way. And look at this, then comes the Two of Wands. This is very, very story-like here. It's very ethereal. It's almost like you've been through this process, you know what you want now, and you're on your way to find it. And the universe is appreciating that and is rewarding you for that. Because the Two of Wands comes in next, and the Two of Wands tells us, we've got paths to take. We have two probably to choose from, and we aren't sure which way to go. So I feel like through this process here that you've been through, that you're quite determined now to understand which direction you need to go in. So you're on your way there. Oh, and then comes the Two of Cups. Could it be any more story-like? So you are on your way to find this love. This love is on its way to you. Okay? There isn't a lot of people here, so I can't tell you, there's a Libra energy over here, and there's a lot of cups in this. So you could be dealing with a water sign, a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. There's no pentacles, and there's only one little Two of Wands. So for me, it's more of the energies around this. Other than that Libran energy, this is sort of talking about, finding that what you want. The moon's here, so it's about you understanding the secrets that have been, kept from you in the past through you not feeling abundant and not understanding which way to go. But now love's coming in for you. And then the Six of Cups. Okay. All right. So we have nearly all cups here. So it's almost, or a full cup reading. So it's very much a love. That's why I think it has that really ethereal feel to it. The Six of Cups talks about the past. Now, some people say it's a soulmate card, and it has the Two of Cups right next to it here. So I'd say almost for sure that the work you have put in is taking you on your way to meet a soulmate. It could be someone from the past. It could be someone you've had a brief encounter with, now you're on your way back to, because you've done the work. You've realised that when that relationship broke down, that perhaps, you had some work to do around yourself. Could be a million different ways this could go. It could be that you've done a lot of growth in the years, and this is someone you met when you were young. But whatever way it goes, you are definitely on a journey here to meet someone. The universe has this planned out for you, and you're on your way. And then comes up the Eight of Swords. The daily reading was very similar in that there's sort of this warning here. Sometimes when things are going very, very good and we're getting what we want and we're really happy in what we're doing, we have this tendency to drop back into negative thinking and, and think that you know, this is all too good to be true. You know, I've been on this journey and I feel so good about everything now, and I'm on my way to find this love. But now I'm putting doubt in there. I'm casting doubt. So I'm going to ask you people, don't put this doubt in your head. You've put in the good work. You are on your way. This is a beautiful reading for somebody out there. And probably many people. The collective is moving at the moment. The whole world, everybody's thinking, feeling, doing, everything is moving. We're gradually being moved towards finding twin flames or soulmates because the world needs us to work with them to improve how the world is. So for me, this is about don't drop back into this negative thinking. It's not necessary. I'm going to get you a card from the Fortune Reading Cards by Sharina Starr and Richard Crooks, apparently. So let's see. That one on the bottom really wants to come out. Okay. Oh, how funny. Okay, so this shows the card of fire, and it says, let go of emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. How apt is that? Thank you, universe. That is really beautiful, because I think this is why this card is coming out here. It's like, you know, you need to let go. You've done all this work. You're in a really good place. You're on your way to finding your true love. Don't let your thoughts stop you. You know what needs to be done. So that card comes in very beautifully at the end of that reading to say, let go of emotional upheaval. Let go of your past thoughts and feelings. You know, embrace where you are now. Live in the now and move forward. Beautiful reading. Thank you.